Hey everybody, day 28. If you've seen me post earlier on, I only realised that Lent doesn't have 40 days this year. I don't know what the story is with that. Does that just change all the time? I don't know. Anyway, then I'm even more confused because some people are saying it finishes on Holy Thursday, some people are saying it's Good Friday, some people are saying it's Easter. I don't know. So my new decision now is that I'm going to just make it a 46-day challenge and do it up until Easter Sunday. Yeah, I don't know what the story is with that, but I'm a bit slow off the mark sometimes. I didn't realise that. Just assumed Easter was... And then I did the halfway mark video and nobody even told me. So I'm assuming you all thought it was 40 days as well. Anyways, so today I wanted to just... it's a bit of a cheat video, if I'm being honest. It's a little bit of a cheat video. I'm not actually going to go into one of the topics, but I'm going to discuss a few things that came up over the last few days. They've come up over the last 28 days, if I'm being honest, but it really came in strongly over the last, over the weekend. That I just wanted to make things a little bit clear. So first of all, so many people from the community, from my community, have asked me, have asked me or told me that they never ever would have thought that I was suffering. And they never knew I suffered with anxiety or depression. They never knew I was using alcohol as a tool to numb the pain. So I wanted to just chat about that a little bit first. People can use their big personalities as a shield for protection, and they can still be going outside, doing good things for others, helping out, having good jobs. Like I was singing and dancing with kids and all of that malark, and you'd never look at me and think that I was in pain. Sometimes the face that people show you is not a true reflection of the person they are internally. Sometimes we use our personality as a shield. So my personality, as most of you will know, is very loud, very bubbly. And that was great as a disguise for me. That was my mask that I was able to put on and pretend that I wasn't suffering. So that's the first thing. Don't be fooled by people. Don't think that just because somebody looks like they're happy and they're having a great life and things are going well. Don't be fooled. That doesn't mean that everything is going well for them. Be kind to everybody anyways. You never know what's going on in people's lives. And if you are the type of person who is using your personality to hide that, you're not alone. I've done that, and I know many other people now on the page have done that too. Which leads me into the second point for today. A lot of the messages that I've had over the last 28 days have been about people going through these situations and feeling alone. And they have said that the videos have helped them feel less alone. I can tell you that part of self-care is asking for help. Part of self-care is expressing how you're feeling and accepting sometimes that there is a need for professional advice or professional help. I didn't do all this on my own at home. I had some very, very good professionals who pointed me in the right direction and gave me the tools, the self-care tools, to do what I had to do at home. But I had their support through my entire journey. So an important part of self-care can be the acceptance that, a professional is needed. And another self-care step can be making your appointments and making sure you get there. So, you can say to yourself, I really could do some counselling, or I could do with some support group help. And you can go and then you go, I'm too busy doing this and too busy, I can't make it. Part of self-care is committing to that. Once you know that you need that little bit of extra support, or when you finally met that one counsellor or therapist or whoever it be who just gets it and understands, and just keep committing to going to your appointments. It's not something that you're going to fix overnight. You have to keep going. So I know I always think it's funny when people go, but I went to counselling that one time. Like, I'm sorry, but you're not going to do huge growth and make major changes by going once. It's just not going to happen. You need to continue to go and keep taking those little tips and extra pieces of advice and keep implementing them at home as well. That's part of self-care. And the final thing that I wanted to address today was that I wanted to say a big thanks to everybody. Because this weekend, and especially yesterday, was a big turning point for me in my journey. So I realised that I have come full circle with my self-care journey, and that all the time that I was putting in self-care, and I was wondering, was it worth it? I'm trying to say it in a way that you understand on a massive scale what this is for me. Self-care wasn't only important to me because I had mental health issues. Self-care was important to me because it helped me with me self-esteem, me self-confidence, me self-worth. It helped me realise that I don't need validation from anybody. That I know in my heart that I'm a good person, that I deserve every bit of happiness this world has to offer, and that nobody is going to push for me the way I can push for me. And that's what I'm trying to get across in these videos. Some of us are not lucky enough to have, and I'm not saying I didn't, but I'm saying some of us are not lucky enough to have huge supports in our lives. And we need to learn how to be that source of encouragement and inspiration and push for ourselves. And that's the importance of self-care. And sometimes you begin this journey and you'll have the support and you'll come through, and in learning those self-care steps, when you leave those supports, you learn how to be that for yourself, and you learn how to push for yourself and support yourself and care about yourself. And doing these videos has really helped me realise that all the hard work, because anyone who started doing this self-care stuff knows it's not easy. It's many things, but easy is not one of them. Self-care is hard work, hard work, because you're learning to put yourself first, and it changes relationships. And it's not easy to prioritise time for yourself. And there's many other aspects to it. But one thing it's not is easy. So I now know that the hard work that I put in for myself was so worth it. Because I've come full circle, and now I'm getting to share it all with you, and you're all sharing your messages back with me saying that it's useful and it's working for you. So thank you. Thank you to all of you who have been honest and open and shared back with me, because I have learned from you, and the information that you've shared with me, I've learned and I've grown a little bit more, and it has helped me do a little part of full circledness in my journey. So I wanted to say that I really appreciate that, and thank you. So yeah, that's today's video, and I know it was a bit of a cheat one, but we'll get back to lessons again tomorrow. All right, I'll see you then. Bye.